Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. My name is Dino Avatar, and today I'm asking you, why do we like Katsuki Bakugou? Now, don't get me wrong, I like that piece of crap as well as the next guy. I just want to know why. Ah, Bakugou, probably the biggest piece of crap I've ever rooted for. I mean, seriously, I, for some reason, love every single scene he's in, even though he's been nothing but a turd to everybody, since the instant the show began. Our first introduction to Bakugo is him bullying Midoriya and some random kid, but then at the end of the day, I still end up liking him. What? Maybe it's because of how he grows as a character. He starts off self-centered, power mad, egotistical, arrogant, and it's just an all-around bully. But then we watch him turn into somebody who is self-centered, power mad, egotistical, arrogant. Ugh. But hey, he became somewhat less of a bully. Eh, why do we like Bakugo again? First, before we start, I'm just gonna say that I will be talking up to episode 61 of the anime. No manga spoilers and no movie spoilers. Cool? Cool. Why do we like Katsuki Bakugou theory number 1? Character growth. Well, seeing as how Bakugo doesn't actually grow as a character, this probably isn't it. Now, before you get angry, let me just say that growth and development are two very different things. He does develop, and I'll talk about that later, but you see, character growth is when the character grows as a person, you know? Wait, let me try that again. Character growth is when the character goes through a journey of emotion or self. Maybe they go through some self-reflection that allows them to see the error in their ways. Or maybe the character will start to become more friendly and open after getting close to that messed up group they call a family. Or maybe they've realized what a messed up world they live in and turned to the dark side. What matters is they've changed into something better. Or worse, in that last case. But Bakugo hasn't grown yet. Like I said earlier, the only real change is that he's not a full-on bully. He's just a bit of a prick. Also, before I move on, one last thing about character growth is that it's not just when the character changes. Good growth is when the character progresses in a natural way. And natural is slightly subjective, so keep that in mind. But here, say your paragon of all that is good and right in the world character out of nowhere says, hey, let's burn orphanages down, just because an orphan kicked him in the shins one time. That wouldn't be character growth, it would be unnatural. But when your villain starts saying how the thing he wants and has been chasing to the detriment of our heroes isn't what he thought it was, so he switches sides to rectify the bad things he did in search of that goal, and this also happens to be an arc that takes place over most of the length of the show, that would be natural. Avatar The Last Airbender is still the pinnacle of character writing on TV, by the way, so expect lots of references. Why do we like Katsuki Bakugou theory number 2? Character development. Now, while Bakugo doesn't grow, he sure does develop. But before I get into how he develops, let me explain the difference between character growth and character development. Character growth, like I said, is when the character changes in a natural way, whether it be them changing their motivation, their method of achieving their goal, or the many other aspects of a character. Again, in a natural way. That part is very important. Please don't forget it. On the other hand, character development is when the character basically gains depth. It's when the character gets or shows off their traits, flaws, motivations, whatever. Basically, the difference is that character development is when you add traits to a character to give it depth, while growth is evolving an already developed character. Going back to Avatar, we have Zuko and Azula. Zuko, in the first season, gets development, where we learn about his struggles and how he feels about everything. But then, as the show goes on, he grows and evolves into a completely different person by the end of the show. Azula, on the other hand, is developed, but she doesn't grow. As the show goes on, we learn more about Azula, but she doesn't grow. Azula is a developed character, but she still has the same motive, and the same flaws, and traits, and everything else that makes a character all throughout the show. Although whether she was insane throughout the entire show is debatable, so she might have grown in that aspect. Now, a character not growing isn't a bad thing. Azula is fantastic because she doesn't grow. It's just important to separate the terms. Now, unfortunately, we have to get back to Bakugo. God, I was having a good day as well. So while Bakugo may not have grown yet, he has still gone on to become the most developed character in the show. When we first meet Bakugo, we think he's just another two-dimensional school bully. But then as the show goes on, we learn his motivation for becoming a hero. We learn about how he doesn't just want to become the number one hero, he wants to earn it. We see sides to him as the show goes on, and that's what grants him the title of most developed character. Why do we like Katsuki Bakugou theory number 3, character motive? Bakugo has one of the more unique motivations for becoming a hero in the show. Because while everyone else wants to be a hero to help people, whether they're strangers or otherwise, Bakugo became a hero because he wants to win. Or, if you want to spin it in a less selfish way, he wants to take down the villains. And this is a motivation that I think a lot of people can believe in. Everybody, especially when they were a kid, looked up to Superman or Spider-Man or heck even Goku, not because of the people they saved, but because of the villains they defeated. This is what makes Bakugo's admiration for All Might feel so genuine and real. It's because we all want that ability to tough it out, that strength to go up against such crushing odds and win, to stand up to our greatest fears and prevail. This is something everybody can relate to, and it's one of the things that makes Bakugo so compelling to watch, because he's living that dream. Why do we like Katsuki Bakugou theory number 4, character relatability? I feel like I already did this one, but it's still technically a separate topic, so I'm talking about it. There are plenty of things about Bakugo that people can relate to. We have, again, his motivation. You've also got his general disdain for the world and people in it, his constant yelling, maybe his never-ending anger. These are all things that we may not wish we related to, but definitely things we wish we could express out loud. And Bakugo is a good way to get it all out. Why do we like Katsuki Bakugou theory number 5? Character antagonism. Maybe we don't actually like Bakugo, maybe we just like to hate him. Bakugo is such a great rival and antagonist for Midoriya, and maybe you love watching their relationship and dynamic constantly change and shift. You like to watch it grow and evolve, that you start to appreciate maybe not his personality, but his character and role in Midoriya's story. Why do we like Katsuki Bakugou theory number 6? All of the above. Maybe we like all of Katsuki Bakugou, his motivation and the way we relate to him, the way he goes up against Midoriya and the way they grow, or maybe how he's more than just a two-dimensional bully, or maybe you just like only a couple of those aspects. Either way, there are actually plenty of reasons to like Katsuki Bakugou. It just took a little bit of looking to find them. I've been Dino Avatar. Please remember to click the subscribe button with the little bell attached. And goodbye.